rematch. And it features the world champions Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning up against last year's champions Baek and Lee So-hee, who are actually hoping to reach a third consecutive final as a pair. So this is the standings at the moment in this group. We can see that two pairs have played 2 matches already, and as far as the pair from Chinese Taipei are concerned, they've lost both of their matches, whereas the number 2 seeds Kim and Kong have won 1 and lost 1. Players making their way from the warm-up area. And this is always fascinating, isn't it, when you have world champions against defending champions. As defending champions, pairs and players always sort of think, this is my title, I don't want to let go of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, no doubt that Baek and Lee will do everything to defend the title they won last year.
So here come the defending champions, Baek and Lee So-hee. 7th ranked pair at these World Tour finals in the women's doubles discipline. Well, as far as Lee So-hee is concerned, she's not only been in 2 finals with her partner of today, she was also in 2 finals with Shin Seung-chan. 4 finals already at this event. So to the world champions Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning, making a 3rd consecutive appearance at this event. Chinese pair, semi-finalists for the last 2 years, so this is their 3rd consecutive appearance at the end of year finale. This will be an 11th meeting between these 2 pairs, and how wonderful is this, Steen? Evenly poised at 5 wins apiece. Although it should be said that Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning have won the last 2 encounters. Last was the semi-final of the Indonesia Super 1000 earlier this year. So they've chosen to receive the world champions. Last time they met, as you saw, it was a close encounter, 21-19, 21-18, in just 1 minute shy of the hour mark. That I said right at the start of this evening's play, this could be a marathon encounter. It's a match that I'm particularly looking forward to. Liu Shangshu is the youngest player on court at the age of 21 from Liaoning, coastal province in northeast China. 175 is 5'9", and they're enjoying their 49th week as world number 1s. It's a 40th consecutive week as world number 1s. It's actually their 3rd spell. Tang Ning is 22 years of age from Hunan, and they've been in 7 finals this year. But of course, they won the Asia Championships and the World Championships. So as far as the World Tour is concerned, only 5 finals this year, winning 4 of them. So if you were with us yesterday, Steve and I had the pleasure of watching the match against Xie and Hung of Chinese Taipei, the left and right-handed combination. 2 straight games in 39 minutes. Baek is 25 years of age and not the tallest of athletes. That equates to about 5'4.5". From Gymnasium, and they are former world number 1s, a total of 12 weeks across 2 different spells at the top of the world ranking. Now here's the lady who's going for a record 5th final at the end of year championships. 4 finals already, 2 titles, making her 8th appearance at this event, Lee So-hee. So they played against their teammates, the number 2 seeds, Kim Hae-jung and Kong Hee-young, in yesterday's encounter. And that, I thought, was surprisingly easy, 21-15, 21-12. Kim and Kong had a bit of a struggle earlier today, 3 games against Xie and Hung. Iris Metspalu of Estonia is on par for this one, and Lakpriya Idirasinghe of Sri Lanka, the service judge. Now, this is what we always love, Steve, when we've seen 2 pairs that have both won their first encounter. It's going to be a huge battle. And we were discussing earlier about all the different permutations in this group. Yeah, and this could be significant as to who actually tops the group in the end.
Yeah.
So it is last year's champions, Baek and Lee So-hee, far side of the court, getting this Group B match underway against the world champions, Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning. That's just long of the back line, and the first thing I want to ask you, Steen, is about the playing conditions, because yesterday morning we were watching and we thought perhaps it was a bit slow, the playing conditions. Didn't seem quite so slow in the evening session, but if they are slow playing conditions, I suspect it might suit the Koreans a little more.
At least they will benefit in terms of the defense, but on the other hand, Liu and Tan are also hard hitters, so I think it's going to be a wonderful match. But I agree with you. I tend to think that fast playing conditions is not to the benefit of Baek and Lee. So, but extremely slow conditions also not. So I think this could be good. And given that they won in this arena last year, they must feel some kind of warmth to it.
Yeah, beat Nami Matsuyama and Chiharu Shida in last year's final. Well, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, Steen, but considering the Koreans have been in the final for the last 2 years here in Hangzhou, the opportunity to equal a 3rd consecutive final at the end of year championships. Do you remember which pair managed to achieve that?
In women's doubles?
In women's doubles.
Danes?
No, think Super Series era. Chinese combination?
Yu Yang and Wang Xiaoli?
Absolutely. They actually won 3 consecutive finals, that Chinese pair, 2010, 11 and 12.
Yeah, they were completely dominant.
Yeah. And when we were discussing yesterday about the fact that Tian Qing and Xiao Yunlei had never won this title, I think Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang was the main reason that they didn't.
Yeah.
This is a good rally, isn't it? Oh, clever. Unbelievable. Super rally. Absolutely incredible. Yeah, the smash towards her right shoulder. Clever. 79 shots. Crikey. Fasten your seatbelts. This is going to be, I think, a tremendous match. Nice. That's just wonderful, isn't it, Steve? The trajectory of that drop shot not only played with disguise, but it wasn't in any way loopy.
No.
Look where that crosses the net. Yeah, your words, perfect.
Yeah. It was exactly the right speed and the right direction. So gravity also does its part of it. The way the Koreans have played the last 3 rallies.
In what way?
They tried to play fast and furious, flat game. I don't think they, and sometimes targeting Liu Xiangshu, I don't think they have any chance in that department.
No, her defence is
second to none, and her speed of racket movement, amazing.
Just wide.
Good start to Liu and Tan. They looked good yesterday, the Chinese, against Hong and Xie.
Well, this is a surprise to me. 8-2 advantage. They really haven't rushed away with this. 6 straight points.
Ever since that long rally.
Yeah. It bothers me sometimes how static Baek looks at the front of the court. There was an instant in that last rally, Steen, where she seemed to sort of lean out of the way, whereas I felt she could have just a little jump intercepted on her forehand side, but she was sort of backing off the way.
Yeah, that's true. She's definitely not a natural front court player.
No, well, that's just proved your point.
It was convenient that we just got a mistake there, but I mean, she can play well, but that's not where she's most confident. She's got a little scrapping around the right thigh there, Baek.
I think she had that on during the European tour, you know.
They withdrew in
France. Yeah. But they'd won the week before, hadn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tough.
Lovely shot.
Weeks.
That's amazing from Tang Ning. No wonder Tao Xiaoning, their coach, applauds. Oh, excuse me. I thought these early stages would be extremely close.
I thought so too, and I think the Koreans, they should have continued to sort of work Liu and Tan a little bit more on the physical parts.
Yeah, because this has happened in double quick time, only 9 minutes, and an 11-3 advantage to the world champions, Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning. So 11-3 the advantage for the world champions. Pushes that one wide.
Excess power from Liu and Tan.
Do you know, I was just going to say, Steen, if it is slow playing conditions, it's not showing with the Chinese world champions,
No.
is it? Powering their way through. Yeah, that was a better interception from Baek.
Missed that one.
Yeah, that's a pity. Well, you wouldn't believe that this Chinese pair, the way they're playing at the moment, surprisingly hadn't contested a final since winning gold at the World Championships in Paris. They're looking very impressive at the moment.
They are. They're looking in good shape.
Super. Well, I really am so surprised by this. Well, it might be a tight match yet, but certainly at the moment, the Koreans have no answer. just wide. They're challenging, though.
I'm quite certain it was wide. I wonder if the Chinese, they scared the Koreans with that long rally early on, that they
Possibly.
sort of felt that, wow, they're up for the pace, they're up for the longevity of the rallies. And then thinking, okay, this is the group stage. Our goal is to go to the semi-final and possibly win the final.
Yeah.
So we have a pair tomorrow that's already lost 2 matches in the group stage, so we can sort of play a little bit more freely.
Yeah.
We're not forced to win necessarily, whilst for Tan and Liu playing Kim and Hong Kong tomorrow looks like a tougher match.
Well, it is a tougher match on paper
Yeah.
and according to rankings. There's no question.
It's gone long.
Yeah, well left. Nice. I think what's impressed me so much about the world champions so far today, Steen, is their varied angle of attack.
Yeah.
Steepness, drop shots, fast drop shots, acute angles, and of course the power. Yeah, good defence.
Clever play by Tan Ning, controlling the rally with good drop shots again.
Super. Gosh, they are playing so well. Liu Shangshu and Tan Ning. Game point opportunities. A whole host of them for the world champions. Brilliant.
Wow.
Only needed the one. 21-7. I can hardly believe that. I thought that this opening game would take well over 30 minutes. 17 minutes and it's done and dusted. Amazing play in that opening game from Liu Shangshu and Tan Ning.
드라이브가 양쪽으로 걸려도 양쪽으로 앞뒤 줬잖아. 빨리 너네 뒷자리가 하나 생각했는데 지금 너네 쟤네 오랜만에 조용히 안 되는데 한달 전에 쟤네 템포 따라가야 된다고. 따라가면서 올라가고 치워야지. 그걸 늦춰나오니까 지금 안 되는 거 지금 빨리 뛰는 거예요. 너무 쉽게 때리고 얼굴로 나오면서 제시하다 그런 거
还有，你先别上头啊！看。
So 1 game to the goods. The world champions Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning. So solid in defence, Chinese pair. Good rally.
Similar rally to the one at 2-all in the first game.
Yeah. I don't think that one was quite as long, though.
No, I don't think so either.
The opening game rally at 2-all was 79 shots. I think that was probably under 50. Oh, 52. I was close.
Yeah.
Versus TotalEnergies from France.
Would you believe it? Seemed to sit on the top of the tape for an age before it decided to fall back the Chinese side. It did sit on top of the tape for an age. The problem for the Koreans, actually, Steve, you identified it right at the start. I said that if it was slower playing conditions, it would probably suit the Koreans more. And you rightly said it will suit their defence, but it won't suit their attack.
Exactly.
And the problem that I've identified so far, but I want your opinion, is that the Koreans don't seem to follow up on their attack.
No.
There's no involvement from the net player. They hit smashes, but it's not to try and set up the front court player to finish off the rally.
No. I think generally the Korean pair is a more defensive oriented pair than attacking oriented. And I agree with you that Baek at the front court doesn't really feel anything. She's not dangerous. On the other side, we have Liu Xiangshu with the most powerful smash. And I think the Koreans, they've tried throughout the first game to play sort of like quotation mark normal women's double. That's not going to work. There is, the way I see it, there's only one chance, and that is for the Koreans to target Tan Ning. That's not easy because she's a good player, but Liu Xiangshu is a fantastic player.
Yeah.
And when they target her, then they have to score in the transition phase, where the Chinese pair is a little bit out of position.
Serve.
Yeah. But
hence the follow-up.
Yeah.
It's not just hitting. When you say the transitions.
No, it's luring Tan Ning into taking a bad choice in terms of a smash, and then counter-attacking there, following up.
Exactly.
Where the Chinese pair is a little bit out of position.
Yeah.
But I think what I'm a little bit puzzled by is that it seems like they try more of it now, but that indicates to me that the Koreans should be playing up against the drift, where they can play the defense better. And there's some similarities with the women's singles, where we saw, was it Ratchnok who made a number of errors in the first game on this near side, on the near back line here. So maybe we've read the drift wrong, or maybe it's changed.
Yeah, it wouldn't necessarily be surprising if it changes, because most of these wonderful new stadiums around the world have automatic aircon, and it depends where the fans are sitting.
Yeah.
You know, as to how much air is blown in from either side. So it could easily change.
Yeah, that's gone long.
Well, they're challenging. Well, you've got to say, a great challenge.
Umpire, Baek from India.
They were going to challenge.
She won't surrender to the fact that she could actually make a mistake at the moment, Liu Xiangshu.
But that, in all seriousness, Steen, is why I think in doubles that the challenge, I think it's unrealistic or not really fair that the challenge has to be immediate. You've got to be able to consult your partner, as happened there, and that's good umpiring, that there was a little bit of common sense. And besides which, they didn't want to challenge in the end. That's nice. That is a beautiful shot from Baek. Shots. Yep. Warning. Well, she looked ready to me, apart from putting her hand up.
Defense.
Now,
excellent.
That's what I want to see her do more of. Hunting the shuttle at the net like that. Baek. Yeah, that's a super interception. Well, they've done well, the back level. 7-all. Oh, lovely block. Wow. Oh, super. What were you saying about her defence? And if anything's flat like that, it's going to be severely punished.
That looked like a Jiangnan backhand.
Look at that.
Wow. So little backswing.
Yeah. I think one of the big differences between these two pairs so far in this match, Steen, I've been watching the Chinese pair and their rotational play, how they share the work. And I think they're doing that better than the Koreans are sharing the work.
But they also, to me, it looks like they have so much excess energy or capacity. Liu Xiangshu, she looks like she's playful. She's toying a little bit with the opponents.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that they have to be careful about, the Chinese. But it's a show match at the moment.
Yes. Looking very impressive. A game and 11-7 up in the second.
얘가 좋아하는 공이니까 알겠지. 탄닝 쪽은 괜찮아. 이 선수가 좋아하니까 좋아. 알겠지.
So on a run of 4 straight points for their 4-point advantage. Liu Xiangshu and Tang Ning, that's a wonderful tumble serve once again from Tang Ning. She's human.
Yeah. But just before the interval, I was saying that she looked really playful, and both of them actually do, so that's a positive sign for them. But sometimes she's done it over the past year or so, look like she's got everything under control, Liu Xiangshu, and she probably also has, but we've also seen on occasions Tan Ning become a little bit hesitant or uncertain when there suddenly was a sort of dip in the level in the middle of the game. They look in really, really good shape, Liu and Tan.
Yeah, they do. Oh, she gave herself a slap in the face there. Not happy with herself on that occasion.
That's what happens when you watch too much Jiangxi Wei matches.
Yes,
that was one of his trademarks as well. He could really get upset with himself.
Yeah.
Even if they were playing well.
Olympic mixed doubles champion, of course. And interestingly, his gold medal winning partner, Wang Yaxiong, is just in front of us doing the commentary for Chinese television.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, that's long. Well, it was called goods. I saw that as long.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Here we go. Oh, no.
We were completely off there.
Inside the line. Yeah, how do the Koreans get through? This is their problem, isn't it? Tang Ning just happy to clear the shuttle back.
And you can see Baek Hana, she doesn't know where to where do it go. She moves the left leg forward, moves the left leg back. We have a long rally.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Fantastic badminton.
Just amazing. And that really is the big difference, isn't it? Because once the Chinese got on the attack, they find a way through 110 shots.
You could almost see Liu Shangshu saying, "Okay, enough now.
Yes.
give the shuttle to me."
Yeah.
But this is where I feel that if the Koreans are to have any chance of beating Tan and Liu in the form that they look to be in this arena here, they have to continue. They have to play more rallies like that.
Yeah.
And hope that even if the Chinese win most of the first 10 rallies, that it evens out later on, that they can't maintain the same energy level, same work rate. Good play by Baek.
It is good play, and when you see her play a shot like that, where she's moving forward and really looking to get involved, she's a different player.
Yeah, there's a story. It's a very old story. I'll see if I can make it short.
Service fault called on Baek Hana.
And instead of telling the story, I can sort of translate it to the Koreans. So Baek Hana could actually turn around and say to Lee So-hee, "Now you got to hit a little bit harder here because you can't really get me into anything." with that smash strength.
Yeah.
So that's another way of looking at it.
Yeah. Well, it's not necessarily the strength, it's the placement.
Placement and variation.
Because women's doubles players, we can see it when women's doubles players play mixed doubles and they can defend men's smashes.
Yes.
The defensive play in relative terms, the female players are excellent.
Clearly stronger, that's why we have longer rallies.
Yeah. So it's not a question of trying to power your way through, it's the placement, and it's got to be precise placement to force a weaker reply.
And variation, as we talked with Professor Eric Collet about gaining 1 meter from the back line is of huge importance in terms of dangerousness of the smash. Can you gain 2 meters, then you're really on the right track.
But look at that return of serve. She just lifted it.
Yeah.
No attempt to attack the serve at all.
79.
Feeling that Liu Shangshu is in better physical shape than we saw her after the World Championships. That she's moving lighter. We've often talked about the fact that when she's made to change directions, I feel that that's still an issue, but not so much here. We've seen today as previously.
No, I think you're right, Steen. I agree with you.
12-17.
This has turned out completely opposite of what I expected this match here, and that's thanks to the ladies in red, because they have really played well.
Yeah.
13-17.
4 straight points, and just 3 points away from a second win in their second match of the group. Yeah. That was one of your examples of being 2 meters or maybe even further inside the back line, and how much difference that makes on the power of the smash.
What we learned was that the smash speed is halved for every 3.3 meters the shuttle travels. So obviously, if you can gain a little bit from attacking from the back line, then the resulting speed at the defensive impact will be much, much higher.
Super top. What a way to bring up match point opportunities. On a run of 6 straight points. Quite frankly, as you were alluding to just a moment ago, Steen, Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning have been utterly brilliant today. Outstanding performance. Nice. superb, clinical, utter brilliance from Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning. Wasn't the match we were expecting, Steen, but my goodness, we have had a display of simply fantastic women's doubles from Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning.
Yeah.
44 minutes for their victory. And Liu Shangshu and Tang Ning put themselves in prime position.
Yeah, they've qualified now.
Yeah, but I was thinking about topping the group.
Yeah.
Yep. Confirmation of the scoreline: 21-7, 21-10 in 44 minutes. Impressive, very impressive. So they take leave of centre stage, and we look forward to our next match here on court number 1 on day 2 of competition. And it is the number 3 seed Chen of Chinese Taipei up against the reigning world champion and defending champion at this event, China's very own Xu Qi. Welcome back to Hangzhou and Wulin night markets. Well, it's the evening session here at the World Tour Finals.